Okay, so what we have game number 5 now between the Fusion Slugs and TOR, which is Time Horizon. So over here in the bottom left corner we have our Fusion Slug player, which is Delhi. And then in the top right we have the TOR player, Serpent. It's another TVT on Pool Hole Compound. So yeah, I'm still a bit blown away by that last game. I'm sure Steve's going to rub it in my face tomorrow that I called him to be dead and he lived. As I said, a lot of my games with Steve, when we started playing, he'd just come from these crazy situations and win. And he'd be like, thank you for throwing your army away. And I'd be all disappointed because it was the only mistake I made all game, and I ended up just losing, and he was on less bases. So he's a bit of an expert in doing that. So yeah, obviously I'm a Protoss player, so I'm not very familiar with how TVT will go on this map. Obviously the main base is quite large, so drop play is kind of nice. There's not a whole heap of space behind the minerals. There's a bit, but you haven't really got anywhere to sneak in. You can pretty much see them come in once you get to the mineral line. But the size of the base doesn't matter. As FSBonik said, the third is quite far away. So yeah, we'll probably see a real battle to take those bases. So we can see there's no gas taken yet for Serpent, but there is for Delhi. Both players are walling off. Yep, both now done for Serpent. And we've got orbitals coming up for both players. So both players also got SCVs into each other's bases, which is quite a big win for both of them. They'll know exactly the sort of build each player is doing. The Marines obviously will clean that up, but so Delhi sees that Serpent yet does not have any gas, so it's probably a gas expand coming up for him. As Delhi does have one gas, and now I think Delhi's just going to wait until he kills this SCV to put down his tech, which is the smart choice. But the SCV has been quite annoying at this stage, staying alive for quite a while. And that's finally taken out, and now we'll see the tech, and oh, it's going to be 2 more Raxes from Delhi. So looking at some kind of early 3 Rax pressure. Oh, and look at that, 4 Raxes in response. So I think it was supposed to be a gasless expand. Now it's just 6 Rax with no gas so far. So wow, this is going to probably be a short game. So 3 Rax versus 6 Rax. I assume 6 Rax wins. I guess it depends on exactly what they're going for. So Stim coming out for Delhi. I don't think we're going to see any add-ons for Serpent. We're just going to see Marines. Lots and lots of Marines. And that scam, what does that see? It sees 4 Rax. That's very crucial. It sees no gas on one of them, no add-ons either. And does it even look like, because it's so close, you know that there's going to be no add-on on that first one without him moving it. So I wonder if Delhi is a little bit confused about what his opponent's about to do, or if he's pretty confident he understands it. I have no idea if he's faced a 6 Rax Marine push. So, wow, I think this is about, this shouldn't be a long game at all. I can't see Serpent really transitioning out of this into anything of note. So a factory coming down now for Delhi. I don't think he's going to have any chance of getting a siege tank out in time. He really needs bunkers at the front, because these Marines are coming, and they're coming fast. Now, he should see those Marines moving out and realize what is actually happening. But he still does not have a bunker forward. Oh, here it comes. He probably needs to build 2 though, if he wants to hold this. Even though he's going to have Stim and his opponent's obviously not, because he's got no gas, he's to need more than one bunker. And then he's going to need to repair them. And you'll see the Marines coming with his Marine. And we're about to, I think, see the key battle for this game. Here comes the Marines. You're up the ramp. Oh, and they are deflected. And the bunker's done now. That's the key part. The bunker is finished.
So,
have you gone back to your camera yet?
Yeah, we got 6 racks. Is this an early push?
Yeah, it's 6 Marks on the gas. It's all Marines. Building bunkers now. And surely they'll see the one on the bottom. He does. He's going to clean it up. And no cancel, which is a little good win. I'm not sure what Serpent transitions to. If Delhi gets a tank out, which he should be building right now, he really needs to get that tank started. He's not gonna. He needs to get that tank though. He hasn't started it yet. Every second is going to matter in this. He needs to have that one going. He's not supply blocked. He's just obviously distracted, but he really needs units. He should be constantly building units. Because this is going to be a... Oh, he's expanding behind it. Serpent is expanding.
Yeah,
Sub was done for Delhi as well, though.
I don't think that expansion is a very good idea, because Steve's gonna crush this very soon. I think Serpent should know there's windows closed now, so... if I were him, I would have taken like everything or pulled back.
Yeah, I think Steve's feeling a little bit more confident now. So his first tank out, he's got siege mode done. It's just out of range because of that bunker. He's not going to get in range at all, so... But he's probably just going to go drop him. Yeah.
Supplies are even too.
And there's not much, I don't know there's much that, he can do about this drop. I mean, he's got 6 racks, which is a good thing, but he's rallied all the way back, all the way to the, natural.
Yeah.
Oh, he's changed that now to his bunker.
Well, I don't think that bunker's going to help him, because he's got the medivac and he can just drop. He doesn't have anything like turrets. He's just getting up his eBay now. So, he's getting stim. I think he's waiting for stim until he pushes up. Or he's just trying a really hard contain, but Terran can drop. It's not like you're putting Zerg there. Steve, I mean, he got dropped so many times in the previous game. You think he'd be a bit wary of drops. But here come like 16 Marines coming back to stop it. Steve's going to have good position to clear that up. He's got the medivac advantage. So if he like kites, he's got stim and that, yeah. So all he needs to do is kite and he can take out and have good position. Or he might just, oh, he loses the medivac. So that's really bad.
Yeah.
He manages to take out quite a few workers.
Now, the problem Steve also has is he hasn't thrown down a command center yet. He can afford 3, but he hasn't thrown down 1. He really needs to start that. And I don't know what he's doing. He's going to try and clear the contain now, but he should have started a command center already.
Yeah, especially because he's floating. If he'd put like an extra 3 barracks up and didn't screw up on his macro, then he could just basically move in. He's got to be pretty careful now. His drop's been stopped, so I think he knows that he's pulled back. Yeah, he's going to take his expansion. I think that's the best thing he can do.
As if he's throwing a few more racks down too, which is a smart thing to do. But really, Serpent has got away with a 6 racks pretty well overall. Like a 6 racks just did the damage. His economy's looking not far behind. He's got his second orbital up first, so he's got the mule going. He has the marine lead. He's not really behind in upgrades at all because his engineering base actually started upgrade first. So
Yeah, well,
He's looking pretty good.
the 6 racks, that didn't do no damage. It stopped his natural, which is, I think, just what he wanted to do. And he did exactly that. So he put down his expansion behind that. The only thing that could have screwed him on that was a drop, but he stopped that quite nicely. So he is not very far in the lead, but he's in a position right now to be able to overpower Steve in a few minutes. But look at all that's been loaded.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is gonna work as well as last game though, but he keeps proving me wrong. So, you know, there's too many turrets though.
There is a gap.
Serpents. It's not much of a gap. Though. You have to.
That's going to be
He probably will get
closed.
in actually.
Yeah.
Serpent has siege tanks, so the moment those siege tanks get into position, it's not. It's yeah.
The turret's
actually,
going to save him the game now.
Definitely is. He's wised up. He saw what happened last game. He's not gonna have the same thing happen to him. So Steve's gonna have to try and rely on macro.
Yeah, well, I think he'll get denied here. Hopefully he doesn't lose those tanks, or he's just going to drop into it. Nah, okay. Oh, he's going to keep trying. Oh, he's going to try. Yeah, he's just going to go for it. He only loses like 3 or 4 Marines by doing that. And now his Marines are spread out.
He's lost all of them.
His tanks aren't dropping.
He's lost the whole.
That was really good. He only lost 3 or 4 Marines to that turret. The rest
Well,
fell.
but he lost a medivac as well though, which is unfortunate. And
yeah, but look at this position.
I can't go over there. There's too many Marines here.
Yeah.
And he didn't really do much damage. He didn't not enough to justify losing 4 medivacs, 2 tanks, and how many? 24 Marines is that?
Well, if you look at the units tab, Steve took out enough workers. Now he's got a work lead. He's down to Serpent's down to 20 workers, 23 workers now. So
he's definitely back in the game. Well, he wasn't out of the game, but I guess he did kill a bit of workers. I just would have liked to have seen him have a bit more information before he did that, because he just walked into the tanks. But yeah, he was determined to get that drop in there. I don't think he'll try it again, because there was quite a few missile turrets there.
Well, yeah, I think it was worth it, because he only lost like 10% of his force to the turret. The medivacs are going to fall. The damage is the economical damage, and Steve's now taking a third. So, he's gonna...
Yes, I like this. Gets a third up. He's denied the third from Serpent. He checked for it, and yeah. And now, although I would like him to keep 1 Marine at the third, just to delay a bit more. But both players are going to get a third, so we're going to transition into a late game now. And who do you think has the advantage? Worker-wise, they're even now. I think Steve has failed to build workers a little bit again to let him catch up. Steve does have medivacs, unlike Serpent. Does Serpent even have a starport? Yeah, he does. But it hasn't. Now it's getting reactor now. So, but the tank lead and the marine lead is Serpent at this stage, and the upgrade lead should be as well.
Well, it's fairly even actually. He's only like 250 resources ahead in army supply, and Steve's got the better composition. Let's check upgrades.
Yeah, they're 1-1 each at the moment. But he's going to attack on the third. And Steve's not in position to hold this at all. He's going to lose this third.
Yeah, and is sending off a small group
Nothing
of
here.
Marines to take Serpent's third.
So they're both going to lose the thirds, it looks like. I'm not sure why he's trying to repair it unless he's...
Oh, look at these. He's gonna drop, I think. Counter play.
He's going to try and save the third, or
No, he's
or
gonna
he's going to drop
delay
the
it.
main.
He's gonna delay it for as long as possible while he drops. Yeah, he knows he can't find it. He can't save it, so he's just gonna try to keep that army there as long as possible and keep them distracted while he counterattacks. Steve should have enough
They're losing all his
production.
Marines at the third of Serpent. He dropped it, but he sent the Marines in, but they all died.
Yeah, look
So
at the
send the rest
natural
of the
there.
army in there now.
Yeah, he'll be able to take the natural if he doesn't get baited by tanks on the high ground.
Guys, that's the important thing. He has to, if he remembers they're there, he just needs to take the base out, take the
Yeah,
take the
scan
command
the
center
ground
out.
just in case, but depends. He's getting tank fire now. Let's see what he does. Yeah, he pulls back a bit.
Yeah. And now he should just go out and probably try and smack the third as well to get back to one base, or do you think he should try and drop the main?
Oh, well, that's up to Steve. He knows that the third's a planetary, so he can slowly take that. It is 20 minutes in, so he can assume that Serpent's main base is totally mined. So you can either... Oh, okay. Why wouldn't I have guessed that? It's going for a drop. So in he goes, drops onto that high ground tank. The other tanks are out of position now, so they're completely worthless.
And Serpent's attacking Steve's natural now.
Okay, we'll look at this because it's a bigger battle. So the tanks are lined up, but I think he's lost too much now because he's got 3 bunkers. He's got a couple tanks back. That's going to trade easily.
He's repairing. Serpent's definitely trying to repair his main command center at the same time.
Yeah, Steve's just got to micro that. There we go. It goes down. He'll take out the entire base. Oh, the tanks on
And he's almost killed all the siege tanks.
There's tanks on
He's
stage.
just gonna. There's one more tank.
And Steve.
So he's held off.
Yep.
He's healthy. His natural.
He's getting
so
8
now.
tanks. Yeah, while you were watching that, I was looking at the other battle. Serpent unsieged his 3 tanks, and Steve stimmed him at the same time. Pity Steve lost everything at his attacking force. What happened down there?
So yeah, basically, Steve's held off the attack at his natural, but lost his attacking force in the main. But Serpent has only one command center now, which is the planetary at the third. He has no other command center. So he's got 5 workers, 6 workers. Steve, meanwhile, still has his natural fully saturated. So it's looking good, but it's not over. We seen it last game. If you do it
Marines
wrong,
are coming up
just
to try
die.
to catch the tanks off guard, or try to sandwich them in now. Yep, here comes Marines.
And he's going
The one tank's out of siege, and that's pretty bad. Oh, he doesn't focus it, and the tank lives.
oh, it's just this again. Another small. And the SCV's going to kill it though. There it goes. It goes down. But wow, GG, another victory for Delhi, and that's 3 kill, right? A 3 kill now.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, looks like they've got a lot of Terrans.
Alright, would you like to do the intros, Mr. Bonik?
Okay, on the bottom we've got the Pandarine. He's chosen the pink colour. And we've got Delhi.
He's manly.
He's got a pink shirt. It's cool if it's a pink shirt. Steve, the pastel blue in the top, and I don't know if Steve will take 4 wins in a row. That's quite a few wins. He's
If
probably
if
getting tired.
if Steve all kills, I will never hear the end of it. I'll be at work every day and be like, so when was the last time you all killed anyone? And I'll be like, well, I won the gold, platinum, diamond. And he'd be like, well, but that wasn't an all kill. You lost games doing that. And I'd had nothing. And then I just hear it all the time.
Ah. So we just got standard so far. We've got the 2 barracks, both deciding to wall off. Now, TBT, the wall off can work against you if the opponent goes early siege. You're going to lose both depots and the barracks if you've done like a 1-on-1 with like banshees or something, and it depends. It depends.
On this map, it's not so bad though, is it? Because you've got the clip with the main is like going alongside the entrance point to the ramp.
Yeah. I In this map, if I have TBT, I'd probably open with Reapers and then expand and then get out a Raven or something. That it depends like what the opponent does. It's really hard to tell early if it's a 1-1-1 because even if you know they're going 1-1-1, that means they could be bumping out like any unit in the Terran arsenal except TORs or battle cruisers.
So both players are doing identical builds at the moment. Except the Pandarine's got 1 supply up so far. I think because Steve must have cut workers a bit harder than the Pandarine. But oh, Pandarine's going for a 1 rax expand. Whereas Steve is staying true, adds a second gas. It's a factory down.
Yeah, he did take his gas before expanding, so it is like 45 seconds delayed or something, but that just means if Steve decides to have early aggression, he'll be able to punish it a bit more, because with the gas units, of course, you have to build the add-on to actually make them worthy, so we'll see, unless he pumps out quite a few Hellions.
Well,
early aggression
he's
will
got a
hurt.
factory coming now. Yeah. And there's a starport for Dell, so it's another 1-1. He did throw it up last game, I guess, by putting multiple racks down, but that's a good scan. That sees everything for Panda. You can see the starport, you can see the factory and tech lab. So he should feel pretty confident knowing what's coming. He's got the early engineering bay as well, Pandarine.
Yeah, and something else that's quite important, he sent his second mill to scan. He scanned early, so Steve's now got like 250 mineral advantage, and he'll also get almost the same information and won't have to really worry because he's not threatened by Banshee or anything.
And his reactor going on the factory, so it's going to be Hellions. And there's definitely going to be Banshees from Steve. He's getting cloak. And but Pandarine has actually has got missile turrets both in mineral lines, so Banshees aren't going to be scary for him.
Yeah, he saw the 1-1-1, so he's putting them up just in case.
And getting siege mode as well now, Steve is. So I think Panda's looking quite good at this point, getting his second factory. Is he going to get a mech? I'm kind of excited. I don't see many Terrans at this level get mech.
Well, mech is difficult because Hellions are so weak. Hellions are good when you got like 20 of them, but when you've got like 5 or 6 and a couple of tanks, it's really easy to clean with Marines. But if both players play for a long game and, you know, pandering some good sieges, then Steve would be pretty much forced to his drop play, which is not a bad thing for Steve.
So Steve's supply blocked at the moment. But he's throwing down a second starport. And
That's very, very interesting.
and
Van
his stand saw
fallen.
this. Yeah, it did. Banshee's just aren't going to do much. There's so many turrets around here, around the middle line. And he's now extending it out, wary of Steve's drop play. Which it kind of works in Steve's favour. There's so much investment into these missile turrets that if he actually just played a different style of game, even though it's not his natural game, there's so much investment in those turrets. Like, it's like 100. It's 100 each, right? For each missile turret.
Yeah, he could have plopped down a third base.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with the drops. They're just so
Now this is
annoying.
interesting.
He's lost another Banshee now.
If you look at the natural, there's 4 Hellions staying there, and right next to it is a bunker being built. How the hell did that SUV build that bunker?
Yeah. Bit of
Sneaky
luck.
one.
But Steve hasn't seen Panda's natural, so he doesn't know if he's on 1 base or 2 base. That's pretty big. So even though Panda's, what I was saying before, even though he's got so many turrets, if he can just stop those drops and force Steve into head-on engagements, that'll play to his advantage because he has mech.
Yep. Now the key thing is, if Steve was watching his always scans and his scouting with everything, he would have seen 2 factories and the 2 armories being built. The 2 armories are the dead giveaway that this is going to be a heavy mech build.
Yeah, but when Steve put down his second starport, I thought his answer was air and probably make BCs and Banshees. But he hasn't done that switch yet. I think he's just wants to take the 4 gas before he really commits to the air. But he's got 3 siege tanks on the high ground, so he's safe from anything besides a Hellion drop.
Just getting the turrets for to try and defend that as well. But Panda's quite far ahead in economy.
Yeah, he's double
And,
supply too.
And so he's going to come in for an attack here. He's got siege mode with his tanks. Lots of Hellions. He should just be like push in a second. I'm not. Steve's actually floating a lot. He's probably, as you say, getting a bit tired because he doesn't have near enough units, which he should have at this point.
Single Banshee, if he just takes down the tanks, that'll be enough to scare Panda back.
But he's going to kill that. Yeah, so I was going to say, he's going to kill that missile turret. You can't let that go out, because otherwise that Banshee won't be able to do anything.
Yeah, he gets it, no cancel too, so he wastes all the minerals. If Steve just lifts up his depots to his main, that's all he'll need. But a Thor comes in, and that's going to stop Steve harassing unless he has a cloak.
He should cloak. He does a cloak. He should be cloaking.
Banshee wasn't macroed, he loses it. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Oh, that Marauder.
On the Marauder, Hero Marauder.
Oh, he
He's gonna
actually
kill it too.
gets it. That was funny.
Yeah, that worked quite effectively to hold that. Marauders are good units.
Yeah, even though he lost that Banshee, that Marauder saved it for him.
But I'm really interested to see how this game transitions because you know, Panda is very well defended from Steve's common tactic. There's so many missile turrets around that he shouldn't get a good drop in unless he's going to do a huge doom drop. But going mech, of course, he hasn't got the mobility to handle damage drops. He needs those turrets.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it's not really a big loss, even though it's expensive.
He definitely needs, especially he knows the ways Delhi's playing. Delhi is going to try and drop you, attack multiple places, and harass you to death. Oh, and he's double expanding.
We've got +2/+2 started on Panda's mechs, so he might want to push forward when he hits that +2. We'll see what happens. That scouting barracks is going to get denied before he sees anything. So Steve
But
could either go Marauders or Air. I think Air would be better, but he'd have to split everything up from the Thors. But battle cruisers are just so much better than Thors. But we'll see what happens. Marauders will also do very well.
yeah, the key thing here is both players now is you need to keep up with your macro. You need to get your third up. You need to spend those resources, and whoever does that better will win this game.
Yeah, Steve's floating a lot less, but we got 3,000 total resources floating now for Panda. Now Steve's loaded everything up and is going to get a nasty surprise when he hits the side of that base.
There's so many missile turrets. Panda is saying, "I'm not getting dropped. You're not getting anything into this base." I saw it happen last game, where there was 4 turrets and it still wasn't enough to stop your doom drop. So
He's even got high sec. He got a high sec.
oh, he did too. But Steve's actually on the ground. He's gonna turn these turrets out from the bottom. That'd be very smart. He is. He's gonna take the turrets out. Just don't get too close to the medivacs. Oh, don't get too close to the medivacs.
Alright, Panda's mobilizing now. His tanks are on siege.
And he's scanned, so he should see them, so he should hit the tanks. And he does. There's a lot of tanks here, a lot of damages. The medivacs are taking damage from the missile turrets.
Yeah, Marauders are just
that trade's not too bad. And of course now he can drop the main, which is the most important thing. Oh, the tanks, the scan was there, the medivacs can see them.
Yeah, he thinks the medivacs are out of range, but he just gets that slight edge.
He's gonna drop, he's gonna drop the main now.
That's the really smart decision.
Oh, lovely,
no.
the Vikings.
Ah, that was funny.
And this is the key as well, is the Vikings are going to help Panda a lot. And he should be able to shut down the drop play now. Behind this, Steve's macro hasn't been brilliant. So, Panda could... Oh, it's going to be hard though. You're rushing into bunkers and siege tanks. And there's not a lot of siege tanks, but there's enough.
Yeah,
And,
he doesn't have tanks in that. He's got Thors and Hellions, so I don't really think he'll be able to break it. He'll be able to trade evenly, I think, if he gets good position. With bad position though, I think everything's gonna fall with Panda if you're not careful.
The other thing is, now that he's got the air superiority though, there's no way that Steve can outrange his tanks. Because he'll just kill him. Anything in the air with those Vikings.
Yeah, I know.
So it's gonna be very hard. Even if Panda only hits a couple tanks, it's gonna be hard for Steve to fight them off. He's gonna have to use all his scans.
I think Steve's
There's
just
so much
swapped over
scanning.
his starport, so now he can produce 4 Vikings at a time. And I think that's what he's doing. Yes, he is. Yeah, he's lined up Vikings, so
He's losing all the Marines. This isn't gonna go well, I don't think. I said all those Hellions shouldn't have gone in yet. He's got the contain up. He doesn't need to come down. Panda's in a good position. He doesn't need to commit. He's got the air lead. And those Vikings aren't. There's only 2 of them. They're not going to do enough damage by themselves. And there's no Marines to back them up. So Panda's just got to make sure he keeps winning tanks. He's got the air war, but he can't stop producing Vikings.
yeah, that's definitely GG.
The missile turret did take help to get some Vikings, but he's way behind. I can't. He's maxed. Got his third up behind this.
He came back from the last game when he was this far behind. We'll see what happens.
Definitely, but the key thing here is that the air battle is won by pandering. Steve hasn't had a case yet where the opposition has actually gone Vikings to counter his drops. Because as soon as the opposition have the Vikings, your medivacs aren't going to live enough to heal your Marines. If you try and drop them, it's going to die. They also get vision through his tanks, so Panda's played this really well. And Steve's constantly scanning, which is the correct thing to do. It's anything he can do at this point. But he just doesn't have enough.
Yep, Panda's down to a couple of Vikings now, but now the position's 1, so it doesn't matter. And then the reinforcements come in.
Yeah, and that
that's
should be the game GG, and that will tie it up to 3-3. But yeah, I guess this was a pretty classic point of the things you need to do to beat Marine tank. Panda did that really well. He stopped Steve's signature style of getting the turrets up quickly. Then he won the air war right at the right time when Steve had a chance to come back and do some damage. The Vikings came in and got rid of the medivacs and forced Steve to really not be able to build any more medivacs because the Vikings just would kill them. He needed the Vikings for his own tanks to defend Panda's tanks, but he's actually in the natural going to cause some damage here with his own Marines and Marauders, but
let's just take
that's
out
just
3
tanks.
I don't know if Steve gets in there pretty quick. This could end up as a pace trade.
There's no way.
Well,
There's no way he can
amount,
fight them.
the SAVs can't really touch that amount, and tanks popping out 1 at a time, so tanks won't do any damage at all.
There's a siege tank there, so it's going to kill half of them.
Yeah, exactly. Steve can only win by... I don't know how he could win. He'd have to float off a building and just pray that he wins with his force, but he's only down to like 1 rotor and 10 goes rotor. And he GG's after
And
that.
there's a GG.
Yeah. So
So
there
tied
we
at
go.
3-3.
GG.